everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you just so happen to be stopping by for the very first time, my name is Donella and this is my little world of makeup here on YouTube. Now for this video, right, I have to ask you guys this question, right? When you make orders online, you know, through places like Ulta, Nordstrom, MAC, Sephora, those big beauty companies that have like carry a whole ton of different brands, you know, with the exception of MAC, of course. Do you normally throw away your sample bag of products, or do you do like me, rubble through it and figure out, you know, this thing is gonna work for my skin tone now? Because I'm one of those persons who used to actually toss everything away. Like I never used to sample anything. Like, you know, they normally have like little samples of lipsticks, mascara, bronzers, powders, etc. One of those persons just used to just toss them. As of recent, I'm like, listen, I need to start using these things to actually determine whether I want to buy the full size product or not. Samples were actually compiled from an order I would have placed on Nordstrom and MAC, and I decided to use these and to create a video and see if most of the products would or wouldn't work for my skin's complexion. So if you are interested in seeing how I actually managed to pull off this look, then please stay tuned. Let me get my little sample bag out. It looks like this. It looks like this. Let's see what we have in here first. All right, one by one. First product I pulled out was this NARS bronzing powder. Does it say what shade it is? Let's see. It has some sort of number on it, but we'll see if that actually works to bronze my skin. We'll see. Okay, so next product I'm pulling out, it looks like, ooh, this one is from Lancôme. This one is the La Base Pro. This is actually one of their best-selling primers. Would I have owned this previously? No, I don't think I've ever owned this, but I saw it and every time I want to buy it, it's always sold out. So as you know, when you see a product selling out that often, you must know it must be really, really good. So I had the chance to try the sample package, so I'm excited to see exactly how this feels on my skin. And then we have one, two, three. Okay, so we have 3 of these. These are these seem to be foundation samples. This is from a brand called La Mer or La Mer. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's spelled L-E-M-E-R. And apparently this is a soft fluid long wear foundation. It doesn't say what shade this is. Oh, it does. It says natural 12. I'm hoping that 12 is a dark shade because we shall see when we open that. What else is in here? Okay, so I have this one I would have collected from a NARS order I did, might have been a month or 2 ago. This is their Studio Fix powder foundation. This one is in my shade actually. This one is in NC50, and you know the finish of it actually looks a little different. You know, powder finishes and the sponge applicators fell out, but this is NC50. Those of you who don't know, you know, a powder and a liquid finish always looks a little bit different. Like there's a bit of color variation. So although this is NC50 and it's actually my skin's complexion, you guys don't use NC50 in the Studio Fix Fluid Foundation and the Studio Prolong Wear concealer to sculpt my eyebrows out. But looking at the powder finish, you can see this is looking a little bit light. So we can see how well this works on my skin as well. And then I would have got this in, oh, by the way, those other samples, you know, the NARS and the La Mer and the Lancôme La Base Pro, I got those samples from a Nordstrom order. I also got this in another MAC order I did about a month ago. This is of course the famous MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. This is the sample size. It comes in one of those little things, almost like a perfume sample, but this is it right here. I sprayed it just once and wow, that much came out. So this is probably going to, yeah, it's probably only going to last me maybe 2 more makeup wears and it's done. And the second to last product I have here is from Kiehl's. This is their Midnight Recovery Concentrate. This also almost reminds me of perfume sample as well, but this is what final item I have here is also from MAC. It's their in extreme dimension 3D black lash mascara. So those are what I have to work with. Keep in mind I would have to actually put in full size products in order for me to complete my makeup, but I'm going to try to incorporate as many as the sample products that I have here, both from Nordstrom and from MAC, in this routine. So if you are interested in seeing if I can pull this off with those, then please stay tuned. Zoom all the way in on my face on this, and I step back from the camera a bit. Okay, so let me start off with prepping my face. You know, prep the skin. I'm thinking of skipping this one from Kiehl's, the Midnight Recovery Concentrate, because it says concentrate, so I'm assuming it's an oil. And I already have on my Farsali Rose Gold elixir, so I'm thinking that's a little bit too much oil on your skin, girl. That's just a little bit too much, you know. The sample prime I have here from Lancôme, so let me just make sure I push it down. I grab my scissors, cut the top off, and then I'm just going to squeeze this up. Okay, I like the look of it. It's giving me milk makeup vibes, and oh yes, this feels like it's going to be doing some good things for my skin. Because of my skin type, I've actually started to gravitate towards primers like these because I feel like they hold up my foundation much longer than those, you know, kind of mattifying one that sucks the living life out of your face. So I actually love this, and even though I use just a little bit and there's a little bit left inside, this actually feels like it's enough. So I'm just going to just go ahead and massage this into my skin like that. Oh, this feels good. Wow, I need to get the full size. This La Base Pro feels good. So I am back, and my Farsali Rose Gold elixir and my Lancôme La Base Pro is nice and saturated into my skin. So let's move on to looking. I don't know what this foundation is. No, it's shade number 12. Let me see what this is saying. Let's see what this is saying. Let's hope this is a dark shade, because if it's not, no ma'am. Okay, this is really what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? Huh? What am I supposed to do with this? I mean, Nordstrom, why did you send this to me? What am I supposed to do with this? Do you see the color of my skin? Okay then, moving right along. I can't use that. You're sending me foundation sample probably from like the fear section. What? Okay, so this is a powder foundation. Wait, it's powder plus foundation. No, NC50 is my skin's this is going to be a little bit tricky, so I'm not going to use the sponge applicator that it comes with. I'm actually going to use my Real Technique brush. I'm really a fan of powder foundation, but let me see what this looks like. So I have this nice and saturated with the powder foundation, and let me see what this is gonna look like. No ma'am. In place of that, I'm going to be using my Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation in the shade Malawi. I'm just going to take one little pinch of this because this foundation is like full coverage. No, please, let's just do a little comparison here. Where is that La Mer foundation I just opened, right? Let's just do a quick comparison here. Now, this is my shade. What am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? This actually looks like it has pink undertones. Look at that. I can't even use this as a highlight. Oh, the consistency of it actually feels good though. It feels nice and soft and blends. It definitely, is it a full foundation? A full coverage foundation? It says long wear. So I don't know. It feels nice, but no ma'am. No ma'am. That is not my color. I'm not even attempting to try to put that on my face. So I'm just dipping my beauty sponge in my Juvia Space Foundation and just getting my skin nice and foundationed. Yes, foundationed. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go in with just one little drop more, not a lot, like, yeah, literally that much. And I just really want to use just a bit of that for my forehead area. I think I need a little bit more up here. I think most of it went on the left and the right side of my face, and I need just a little bit just to cover my forehead. I'm just going to take the excess and just pat that right here. I obviously didn't get any sample size concealer, so I'm going to be using my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX15. This is actually a concealer, you know, but I use this as an all-over foundation because she is so thick and she's a little bit dark, you know, because I bought it to match my actual skin's complexion, and I don't want to use too much of it because, again, this also, a little bit of this goes a long way. This is like, yeah, some full-on full coverage. I'm telling you, if you're one of those persons who, you know, you just want everything covered up, this baby here from Kevyn Aucoin, yeah, she is right in that MAC. She just covers everything up, so I don't really want to put too much on. Yeah, I think that's enough. And I'm going to take that same Real Technique brush that I used to apply it on my skin, dip it straight in, and then I'm just going to use that to set the Kevyn Aucoin. So I'm basically using this as a transitioning powder, and I know that's not going to be enough for me, so I'm just using it to basically as a base to set the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer, and then I'm going to go over it with a translucent powder. You guys already know which one I'm going to use, so I don't even have to say it. Say it, girl. I don't have to say it. Here she is. So I'm using my Fenty Honey powder to basically bring back a bit of that golden and that warmth in my skin, because that the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer is actually, it's literally my skin's complexion. So it just blended straight in, and I'm seeing that the MAC, the sample size MAC Studio Plus Foundation powder plus foundation actually blended it well into my skin as well. It didn't look good on the bare skin alone, but once I applied the foundation and I put the powder over it, then it started to look a little bit at bronzing. And I have this shade right here. I don't know the shade's name. I guess this is like the product number or something. That's all I'm seeing here. So let me just peel her back. This is not gonna show up on my skin, I already know. It says here, the original gold metal bronzer warms and sculpts on contact, blending effortlessly and bronzing endlessly. Touch and glow. Iconic. Okay, that's French down there. I don't know French, girl. But let me just get my thing. I don't know. What? Girl. No, this is not going to show up on my skin. Really? Just really, honestly. Okay. Another fail. Let's move on to some actual bronzer that's going to show up on my skin. Because, nah, ma'am. I love me some NARS, but that is not my shade of bronzer, girl. I don't know what that is. So let me get something that actually works for my skin. This is from the Prime Beauty. And I'm just going to dab that baby right on my skin so you guys can actually see my skin being bronzed. Okay, so I just went ahead and created something using my Colored Rain Safari Rain palette. So I'm going to try my sample size MAC mascara. It's the, what is it called? In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. Ooh. Let's see what she does. Okay, so I am back. The final thing from the sample bag is the Prep and Prime Fix Plus from MAC. And, ooh, you know what? It smells good. Look at that. Look how far I reach now. One more usage after this and she is done. But you know, she did her job for today, so I'll leave her the rest of her for another day. Okay, so let me just wrap this video up real quick. That's basically the end of it. That's all the products. So guys, I already know I had to implement some of my full-size products because the sample bag didn't have everything that I needed to complete my look. But overall, you know, everything didn't go left. And one of the questions that actually bugs me is,
how do they determine what samples to put inside your bag? Is it based on, you know, what they see in your cart? They'll be like, so for instance, you know, MAC. I actually bought some NC50 airbrush makeup, so I'm thinking that's the reason why they put the NC50 powder plus foundation sample inside the along with the mascara. I mean, I did actually have to choose, but for some reason that shade came up, the NC50. So I'm wondering if MAC chooses based on the colors that they see you put in your cat. But for Nordstrom, where I got those others, you know, the La Mer and the Lancôme and the NARS, they just seem as if they just toss anything in there. Because out of basically the 3 items I got from the Nordstrom sample stuff, only one basically worked for me. So I don't know how they're choosing samples, like how they're determining what samples to put, what shade I should say, to put in your bag. But it just seems like it's just throwing anything in there. Overall, I am pleased with the actual outcome of the finished looks. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. You know, let me know, just let me know what you guys think about, you know, sample products. Do they work for you? Do you have to toss away most of them? Let me know down in the comment section. All right guys, so that is it for all of the samples that I had here. That is it for this week's upload. Please be sure to drop me a comment down in the comment section and let me know the type of videos that you want to see next, and also let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button on your way out. Until my next upload, I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye bye.